Congratulations! You got your new SOLIDWORKS license. You've got your serial number handy, and now you're ready to get modeling. But there's one big question looming. Where do you actually find the software? Well, in today's video, that's exactly what we'll cover. How to find all the installation media you need for any version of SOLIDWORKS you want to run. The two ways we're going to look at finding our downloads, the first one being a little bit more general, just for anybody who might be looking for them, is to go to our solidworks.com page and navigate to downloads from there, which we'll cover in just a moment. And the second one is going to be a little bit more specific to TriMech. It is going to your 3D Experience tenant and navigating to your client dashboard and finding it on the tabs there. Let's look at the solidworks.com page just for anybody who might be looking for downloads. All right, our first way is to go ahead and navigate to solidworks.com. That's where you're going to find resources for all things SolidWorks, not just your downloads, but also any product information, communities, anything like that. Navigate to our support tab, and under software and tools, find recent releases. Now this page just brings up just some general information about our recent releases. We're going to go to that resources tab. Here we can go ahead and see any active service requests, any enhancement requests we've put in, access my SolidWorks, anything from the knowledge base and hardware and system requirements. We're going to navigate to those downloads. Now in order to access the downloads, you do need to have a 3D Experience login. So we'll click Login. And the nice part here is if you don't have one, it is free to create an account for anybody. So we'll go ahead and say, hey, create your account. And here's where we'll just input some general information. You can see my stuff is already saved in there pretty well. But just email, first name, last name, setting up a password, and agreeing to terms and conditions. And then you would just hit register. In this case, I've already got mine, so I'll just go ahead and log in from here and give it a moment. Takes us to our downloads page where we now can select which download we want. In this case, it puts you on 2025. If you need 2024, 2023, or 2022, you can find those. If there's anything that you're looking for that is not listed, you can always just contact TriMech. We'd be happy to help. 2025, Service Pack 2.0 is what we want. There's going to be this customer license and online services agreement. We can scroll through, read, make sure you understand, and then accept our agreement down at the bottom. That brings up our download page where we have this download hyperlink. And when we click that, it will go ahead and start to initiate our download in the top right corner of our browser window. And then from there, we can go ahead and open our file. And it's going to ask us to unzip it. So go ahead and unzip and wait for that process to occur. But that's how you access your downloads from solidworks.com. Now we'll move on to the way that's a little bit more specific for our TriMech clients. So here I am just navigating to my 3D Experience client dashboard provided by TriMech. Here you'll find some additional resources, contacting tech support, getting started guides, along with some new user resources. But up at the very top of your screen, you'll see my licenses, and right next to that are SolidWorks downloads. Now the versions that we have available right now are 2025, 2024, and 2023, all the kind of most recent service packs there, as well as some download instructions off to the right. Important to always read through those in case you have any issues, but you'll just grab the version of SolidWorks that you want, and it will take you to our TriMech Group share file link. You'll just enter in some basic information, hit continue, and then from there, go ahead and commence the download of the version that you are looking for. Now, whichever version that you grab, once it is completed, it is important to find that in your downloads, and before you extract it, just right-click, go to Properties, and make sure those files are unblocked. So if you have any issues, once you are starting to work with these files, after you extract, just make sure you do this before you extract those files. pop it into whatever location you want to keep it on your computer. And then once it is on there and it is extracted, you can go into those files and find the SOLIDWORKS setup application, and that will start the activation manager. So that's how you cover it for our TriMech clients. And as always, if there's anything that you ever need, if there's a version of SOLIDWORKS that is not listed either on the website or in our client dashboard, you can always contact our support, and we'll be standing by to provide you with whatever help you may need. Thanks so much. Have a great day.